We've all experienced failure at some point in our lives. It's an inevitable part of the human experience. But it's not the failure itself that defines us, it's how we choose to respond to it. The truth is, failure is not the opposite of success, it's a part of it. Failure is an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to ultimately achieve success. So, how do we turn failure into success? First, it's important to reframe our mindset about failure. Instead of seeing it as a negative, we should view it as a valuable learning experience. Failure is not a setback, it's a stepping stone. It's an opportunity to gain valuable insights and to improve our approach. Second, it's important to take responsibility for our failure. It's easy to blame others or external factors for our failures, but the truth is, we are in control of our own actions and decisions. By taking responsibility, we empower ourselves to make the necessary changes to achieve success. Third, it's important to stay resilient in the face of failure. Failure can be discouraging, but we must remember that success often comes after many failures. It's important to pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and keep moving forward. Fourth, it's important to be flexible in our approach. Sometimes, the approach we take may not work out, and that's okay. It's important to be open to new ideas and new ways of doing things. Being flexible allows us to adapt to new situations and to find new solutions. It's important to surround ourselves with supportive and positive people. Having a support system can help us to stay motivated and to stay on track towards our goals. Another important aspect of turning failure into success is setting clear and achievable goals. Having specific, measurable, and attainable goals can help us to stay focused and motivated, even in the face of failure. It's important to set both short-term and long-term goals, and to regularly review and adjust them as needed. Another important aspect of turning failure into success is learning from our mistakes. Failure can be a great teacher, and it's important to take the time to reflect on what went wrong and what we can do differently next time. By learning from our mistakes, we can avoid making the same mistakes in the future and improve our chances of success. It's also important to celebrate our successes, no matter how small they may be. Recognizing and celebrating our achievements can help us to stay motivated and to stay on track towards our goals. It can also help us to build momentum and to maintain a positive attitude. Another key aspect of turning failure into success is taking calculated risks. Failure can be a result of being too cautious or of not taking enough action. Sometimes, it takes taking a calculated risk to achieve success. By evaluating the potential risks and rewards, and by being prepared, we can minimize the potential for failure and increase our chances of success. Also, it's important to remember that success is not a destination, but a journey. Success is not something that we reach and then stop, but something that we strive for continuously. It's important to have patience and perseverance, and to remember that failure is a natural part of the journey. Another important aspect of turning failure into success is having a growth mindset. A growth mindset is the belief that our abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort and learning. It's the opposite of a fixed mindset, which is the belief that our abilities and intelligence are fixed and cannot be changed. Research has shown that people with a growth mindset are more likely to bounce back from failure and to achieve success. They are more likely to view failure as an opportunity to learn and grow, rather than as a setback. Another important aspect of turning failure into success is having a positive self-talk. Self-talk refers to the internal dialogue we have with ourselves. Research has shown that positive self-talk can boost motivation and confidence, while negative self-talk can decrease motivation and confidence. By having a positive self-talk, we can change our mindset from a negative one to a positive one, and that can help us to turn failure into success. It is also important to remember that failure is not the opposite of success, it's a part of it. Failure is not a setback, it's a stepping stone on the way to success. Failure is an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to achieve success. It's important to embrace failure as an opportunity to learn and grow, and to have patience and perseverance. Another important aspect of turning failure into success is developing a strong support system. Having a support system can help us to stay motivated and to stay on track towards our goals. It can also help us to cope with the emotional and psychological effects of failure. Support can come in many forms such as friends, family, mentors, coaches, or even online communities. They can provide emotional support, advice, and guidance, and they can also help us to see things from a different perspective. Another important aspect of turning failure into success is learning to forgive ourselves. Failure can be a difficult and emotional experience, and it's important to remember that we are human and we make mistakes. It's important to forgive ourselves for our failures and to move on. Holding on to the past can prevent us from moving forward and from achieving success. It's also important to understand that failure is a natural part of the process of learning and growing. Failure is not a sign of weakness or incompetence, but rather an opportunity to learn and grow. Failure can be an opportunity to gain new skills, knowledge, and experience, and it can help us to become more resilient and more equipped to handle future challenges. One way to stay motivated and committed is by setting small and achievable goals along the way. These small wins can help to keep us motivated and to build momentum towards our bigger goals. It's also important to remind ourselves of our progress and accomplishments and to celebrate our successes, no matter how small they may be. Another way to stay motivated and committed is by having a positive attitude. A positive attitude can help us to see the opportunities in failure and to maintain a sense of hope and optimism. It can also help us to maintain a sense of perspective and to stay focused on our goals. Another way to turn failure into success is by learning to accept and embrace change. Failure often brings about changes, whether it's a change in direction, a change in approach, or a change in perspective. Sometimes, change can be difficult to accept, but it's important to remember that change can also bring new opportunities and open doors to new possibilities. By learning to accept and embrace change, we can adapt to new situations and create new paths to success. Another way to turn failure into success is by developing a strong sense of self-awareness. Self-awareness is the ability to understand and acknowledge our own thoughts, feelings, and actions. It's important to be aware of our own strengths, weaknesses, and limitations, and to understand how they impact our ability to achieve success. By developing a strong sense of self-awareness, we can make more informed decisions, set more realistic goals, and create more effective strategies for achieving success. Additionally, it's important to also have a proper time management and stress management techniques, as these can be major factors in achieving success. Time management allows us to prioritize and utilize our time effectively, and stress management allows us to stay calm and focused under pressure. By implementing these techniques, we can better handle any obstacles that come our way and ultimately increase our chances of success. Another way to turn failure into success is by seeking feedback and guidance from others. Feedback can help us to understand where we went wrong and what we can do differently next time. It can also help us to identify our strengths and weaknesses and to improve our performance. Guidance can also help us to navigate the challenges we face, and to find solutions to problems. By seeking feedback and guidance, we can learn from the experiences of others and increase our chances of success. It's also important to maintain a healthy work-life balance. Failure can take a toll on our mental and physical health, and it's important to take care of ourselves. A healthy work-life balance can help us to reduce stress, improve our mood, and increase our energy levels. By maintaining a healthy work-life balance, we can better handle the challenges that come our way, and ultimately increase our chances of success. Another way to turn failure into success is by being open to new opportunities and experiences. Failure can create new opportunities, and it's important to be open to them. Sometimes, failure can lead us down unexpected paths, and it's important to be open to new opportunities and experiences, even if they are different from what we originally planned. By being open to new opportunities and experiences, we can find new paths to success and achieve things we never thought possible. Another important aspect of turning failure into success is learning to let go of perfectionism. Perfectionism can be a major obstacle to success, as it can prevent us from taking action and from learning from our failures. It's important to understand that perfectionism is not the same as striving for excellence, and it's important to learn to let go of the need to be perfect. By doing so, we can become more willing to take risks, to try new things, and to learn from our failures. Another important aspect of turning failure into success is learning to be more self-compassionate. Self-compassion is the ability to be kind and understanding towards ourselves when we make mistakes or face difficult situations. It's important to remember that failure is a part of the human experience and that we are all capable of making mistakes. By learning to be more self-compassionate, we can reduce feelings of self-doubt and increase our motivation to try again. It's also important to practice gratitude. Failure can make it easy to focus on what we lack, but it's important to remember that we have many things to be grateful for. Practicing gratitude can help us to stay positive and motivated, and to keep things in perspective. In conclusion, turning failure into success is a process that requires a combination of different strategies such as reframing our mindset, taking responsibility, staying resilient, being flexible, setting clear and achievable goals, learning from our mistakes, celebrating our successes, taking calculated risks, having patience and perseverance, developing a strong support system, learning to forgive ourselves, understanding that failure is a natural part of the process of learning and growing, staying motivated and committed, setting small and achievable goals, having a positive attitude, embracing change, developing a strong sense of self-awareness, having proper time management and stress management techniques, seeking feedback and guidance from others, maintaining a healthy work-life balance, being open to new opportunities and experiences, learning to let go of perfectionism, learning to be more self-compassionate, practicing gratitude. We must also keep in mind that failure is not a one-time event, but a journey that we will have to face many times. It's important to have a growth mindset, learn from our failures, have a positive attitude, and not to give up. It's important to remember that success is not a destination, but a journey. It's not about never failing, but about learning from failure and using it as a stepping stone to achieve our goals. Failure is an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to improve ourselves. It's a chance to acquire new skills, knowledge, and experience, and to become more resilient and better equipped to handle future challenges. It's important to also remember that failure is not a personal failure, it's a part of the human experience. We all make mistakes, and it's important to be self-compassionate and to not be too hard on ourselves. Failure is a natural part of the journey towards success, and it's important to embrace it, learn from it, and use it as an opportunity to improve ourselves, to reach higher and to achieve our goals. In the end, let's embrace failure and use it as an opportunity to achieve success. Let's not be afraid to take risks, to learn from our mistakes and to grow from them. Let's have a positive attitude, perseverance and patience, and let's not give up on our dreams. Remember that success is not a destination, it's a journey, and failure is just a part of it.